Hey everyone, it's the host of All Across America, Marco Vig, jumping in for a few seconds before the show to thank y'all for listening, to let you know that I want to hear from you. Tell me what you like about the show, and send me your suggestions too. Follow us on Instagram at AllXAmerica, or visit the website, allacrossamerica.net, and you can use our contact page there. If you want to support us, we're on Patreon at patreon.com/allacrossamerica. Try to respond personally to everyone who reaches out, so say hello. All right, on with the show. Podcasting from Portland East to Portland West, from Big Pine Key to Pacific Beach, and from San Juan to Guam, this is All Across America. All right, we're here today with Eddie Jenkins at the Glendale Baptist Church on 128th Street. Eddie's a member of the gospel group, The Joy Wonders. He'll be celebrating 24 years performing together. Eddie's also one of the top gospel promoters in the Northeast, and I'm honored to be here today. And Eddie, it's an honor to have you on the show.
I'm happy.
All right.
Happy to be
Well, tell us how you got into gospel music.
Well, my family, we all sing gospel.
Okay.
And so we used to be outside just singing gospel on Sunday morning.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people, that's what we do. And we were singing gospel on Sunday morning. And so as the gentleman passed by that sing gospel,
Right.
so he said, y'all family, y'all sound pretty good. Why don't you get a gospel group?
The whole family.
Yeah. Then I said, nah, I didn't, you know. And then the next week he came by and the same thing he said to me. Why don't you get a gospel group? So it was a gentleman across the street. God bless the dead. He's gone now. Tom Wade, one of the singers that sung with me. I knew that he sung years ago. And a gentleman by the name of Mr. Clarence Moe, he was a gospel singer, and he used to hang out over across the street. So we got together and we decided that we're going to put a little gospel group together. So we went upstairs to a friend of mine's house, and we started rehearsing.
All right.
We just started rehearsing, and during that time, well, I could sing a little bit, but I didn't do no lead.
Okay.
Basically, I was following the background, and so that's how we got started from that. And that goes back in 1998.
1998. Okay, and where was this? Where were you singing?
151st Street and 8th Avenue in Manhattan, New York.
All right, 151st Street. Okay, all right.
We started from the stoop.
Started from the stoop. All right,
yes.
and now it's big time.
then we went from the stoop to the basement.
Okay.
And we just went on and on and on. So finally we got it together. Then there was a church on the corner. The pastor, he said he would give us a chance
Right.
to come sing there for the first time. So I had then made up all my mind, everything what I was going to say, what I was going to say to the people when I got up there.
Yep.
And when I got up there, I took that mic, and I looked at everybody staring at me. I forgot everything I was supposed to say. I was so nervous. I was trembling.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I was very nervous. But and you know, during the course of the time, we had a lot of problem with the groups because we had a lot of death. But we just kept on going. You know, I was the founder of the group.
Really? Okay.
And Mr. Clarence Moe, he was the gentleman that named the group.
Okay.
You know, and so we just working. So we still at it.
All right, and Mr. Moore, where did he come up with the name?
I don't know how he came up with it.
It's a good one.
Yes, he came up with the Joy Wonders.
It's the Joy Wonders.
Yes,
all right.
yes.
And so, how many folks are in the group right now? How many did you start with? I know at one point there were 5 singers, and you had a rhythm section.
Yeah. Well, right now, let me see. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's about 4 singers, 5 singers, right? Yeah, about 4 singers. 4 singers now we have. And we have 4 musicians. We have a lead, rhythm, bass, and a drummer.
Oh wow! Okay, so you got 4 singers and four musicians.
Yeah,
All right, that's a real band right there.
Yes.
And for folks that can hear in the background, we're here with Eddie's sister Rita, who's also a member of the group, and you both got the nice jackets. We'll have to take a selfie afterwards. Rita's the assistant manager of the Joy Wonders. So, so you guys have been together for 24 years.
Yes,
Tell me a little bit about the lineup changes over time. You've been since the beginning.
Well, we had so many changes, you know, because of death. You know, it's just like a group like the Temptation stuff. You're not in and out,
Right.
change.
Yes.
Sometimes you have to bring in 1. Sometimes you have to bring in 2. You know, it's very, very difficult. But you know we had a man sitting high that looking low. So we just kept on going forward.
I
you
like
know?
that. I like
And
that.
and just like I just in the last year or so, I had to rearrange again because I brought in. First of all, I had some gentlemen singing with me, but men's a lot of them they don't show up for rehearsal the way the
Right.
females do. You know.
Oh, really? Okay.
So now basically I have a female group singing with me. I have Sister Rita Mack. She's assistant manager. Now she's coming in to replace someone now.
Oh,
She
really?
gonna come
Okay.
in.
So you're going to two roles now, assistant manager and singer. Okay. All right. Multi-talented.
Then I have Patricia Glaston.
Okay.
She sang with me, and I have Cynthia Alexander.
Oh, wow.
She's singing
Okay.
with me. So other words now, it's the men's in the band
Right.
and the females doing the backing up.
Okay. All right.
They're backing me up, but I want them to come up front and
Sounds
give me a
good.
break.
All right.
I tell them that I need a break.
Good for you.
I'm 75,
Okay.
on my way to 76. So
Right.
I got to take it a little easy.
Right.
You know how that
And,
goes.
I need people to keep up to tradition. You could be the bionic man and be with the Joy Wonders till you're 150, but, you never know. So,
And this young lady here, she really can sing.
okay. All
And she
right.
can do lead.
Right. Okay.
But it's so hard to get her to come out and lead. If she don't hear what she want to hear out of the musicians,
Oh, I see. Okay.
Then she-
All right. So it's not a nerve thing. It's more of just you want to have everything tight. Okay. All right. For me, it would be nerves and more than anything. I wouldn't be able to hear the music behind me, but that's why I like this thing where it's kind of one-on-one and not me in front of a crowd. It takes a special person to do it. It takes a special person.
But right now we fighting hard. We're gonna keep on going forward. We want to take the group as high as God's gonna let us go.
Good.
We gotta do some new music.
All right.
Once we get it together, and we want to get some original stuff.
Good for you.
And then we want to go to the studio.
Okay.
It's very expensive.
They're not cheap.
But we got to do what we got to
Good,
do
good.
if we want to stay out here and try to get to the top.
Nice. All right.
But that's definitely what we plan on doing. And promoting program is not as easy as it used to be. See, because you have so many people died because of the COVID.
right.
So we lost. Like I had a big fan club.
Right.
I lost most of my fan club.
Oh, my goodness.
Due to COVID.
Oh,
and,
wow.
And like I said, plus I lost a lot of my group. And a lot of our supporters, people who come out to support us, a lot of them died too,
man.
So it's not as easy as it used to be.
Right.
So any kind of help you can get with promoting.
Well, this is what we're here for
Yes.
today. So you've got a couple shows coming up. I see you've got one at Mount Calvary Baptist Church
Yes.
on 142nd Street. That's on March 9th.
March 9th, yes.
All right. And we've got the Gospel Chariots, the Northern Heirs of Brooklyn, Little J and the Spiritual Boys, the New Zion Heirs of Harlem, Golden Chariots of the Bronx, Heavenly Sons of the Bronx, and then the Gospel Soul Singers.
Yeah, also, it's the Joy Wonders anniversary. You don't see a picture of the Joy Wonders.
No,
right?
you don't.
That was my fault.
Okay.
See, anytime you have to proof it.
Okay.
So I'll proof it without noticing that our picture wasn't up there, right? And see, once you proof something, that means you have to do the whole thing all over.
Yeah, I know how that is.
So I said, everybody know who the Joy Wonders is.
Right,
long as we've been singing around
Right,
here.
right.
I said, so I'm just going to let it stay like it is.
Well, you know what? That says you're a selfless person and you're thinking of everybody else and not yourself,
The New Zion That's
All right.
the founder of the New Zion
All right.
and
Hello,
the
New
leader.
Zion Heirs. All right.
Over here.
And we've got, it looks like just the next weekend after that. You got something on March 16th.
Yeah.
And that'll be headed out to Freeport.
Freeport,
Worldwide.
Long Island.
Okay.
And one of the groups on there, what you call the Jackson Southern Air?
Jackson Southern Heirs, Highway QCs, and Jackson Southern Heirs. I was talking to Rita earlier. You mentioned y'all have a sister outside of Jackson, and they're one of my favorite gospel groups.
yeah.
And I was looking them up today. They've been 85 years since 1940.
Wow.
So obviously the lineup's changed
Changed,
a few
yes.
times.
Yes,
since
it
then,
changed a
but-
lot.
Yeah, Morocco Records out of the 70s.
Yeah.
I love their stuff during the 70s. So big fan of the Soul Searchers out of Atlanta, which was Troy Ramey. He passed about 10 years ago, but I've got almost
Yeah,
all,
Troy passed, yeah.
I've got almost all his
Yeah,
records.
Troy.
He's one of my favorites. And
Yeah,
then
Troy Ramsey.
my favorite is Sam Cooke's original band, the Soul Stirrers. So
the
you
Soul
can't.
Stirrers. Yeah,
it's
you
hard.
can't-
It's hard to go wrong with them.
And
So
they're still out here.
yeah,
But it's a whole new crew, but they out here.
you're right. Okay. And the Blind Boys of Alabama, I saw them play last month.
They're still out
They're
here.
still out there doing
They're
very
still
well.
out here.
And the nice thing is their rhythm section. They've got a young rhythm section, young guys, and most of them live here in the city, which was nice to see. So, and they're really doing very well. Yes. So who are your favorite groups, and who do you like playing with, and what are your favorite
my
venues?
favorite group was the Mighty Clouds of Joy.
Okay,
That was
yeah.
my favorite.
Right.
I loved it, Joe Lagan.
Yeah.
You know, and matter of fact, I was on a program at LeGree at one time. It was Lee Williams. I promote this program.
Okay.
I had Lee Williams. I had Jay Caldwell.
Okay.
I had Doc McKenzie.
Okay.
I had the gospel legend. I mean, I had a big program that time, right?
Right.
And I had Joe Lagan, and he had told me, he said, you could be a good leader. He said, what you got to do when you go out, you got to slow your pace down a little bit. You know?
Okay.
Well, he said, cause I noticed that you was rushing yourself when you was out there.
A lot of people
Joe
do that,
Lagan,
yeah.
he told me, you know.
Okay.
And so I always liked him, you know. He tried to give me, some props, you know.
Yeah, I mean, everybody needs to hear that. I mean, that's how we improve, is you got to hear, and it's always those little things. And, I've got the podcast myself, and I'm always, every time I go out, there's something new, and, and that's how we get better.
And see, and I'm really, right now, I'm trying so hard to put this group together, to put it together the way I want it.
Right.
I'm trying very hard. And see, you need dedication.
Of course.
You need people who going to be there when you need them.
Right.
You don't need to call, I got a headache. I can't come.
Right.
You
Everybody's
need
got some.
Everybody,
yes,
they got
That's
to
it.
be together,
Right.
And you need someone to back you up. Like this young lady right here now, she going to be helping me as much as she can. Like all during the course of the week, she made a lot of calls for me.
Great.
That I didn't make, that made me feel good because I got someone working with me. See, most of the time, I don't have nobody working.
Right,
I
it's
got
all
to do
you.
everything
Yeah, it's
myself.
hard. It's hard. Yeah, no, it's nice
I
to have
got to
that
go out and
backup.
get the flyers. I got to put them together. I got to do
Right.
everything. Just like last night. She went to Jersey for me
Okay.
and passed flyers out.
Nice.
See, because, in order to get people to come to your program, they got to see what's going on.
Of course,
you gotta
yeah.
put the flyers
They
out.
don't know about it. Out of sight, out of mind.
That's right.
It's
See, even
yeah.
if you only get 5 or 10 people out of each church you go,
Right, but you go to 25 churches
Yeah,
times
they-
5,
yeah,
then you
yeah.
got a good crowd, and
Yeah,
that's what it
you gotta
takes.
do,
You got to do the legwork.
And,
Yeah,
and like I said, these programs are not easy.
right.
They're very expensive.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I'm still fighting.
Good.
I'm keep on fighting. I'm
No.
gonna keep on going.
And you got a proclamation from the New York State Senate for your promotion of gospel music.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Well, this is something that I really don't know about myself. I did. I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, you had that picture on Facebook.
Yes.
That was that picture on Facebook. You had the with the seal of the state of New York.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Yes. Okay. Well, it's things I don't know. You live and you learn.
Yeah. Right. So, what are your favorite venues? I mean, you not in addition to booking the shows, you also book buses and take
Yes.
groups of folks. All. I mean, down as far as North Carolina sometimes.
Yeah, Georgia.
Wow.
Georgia too.
Okay.
Yeah, see, when I work on a program, I put for 100% for them, just like I do for me.
Yeah,
You
okay.
understand? And when you take buses, that help you out too.
Sure.
Especially when you have a good fan club. See,
Right.
you need to have a good fan club.
Okay.
In order to do that, because the bus has to be paid. See, the bus don't move until they get their money.
Really.
Yeah. You put a deposit down, and before they move, you got to give them the balance of their money.
Really?
Well, you can't believe them. Because sometimes
You can't blame them
you don't
because-
go all the
right.
way. You don't go all the way to Georgia when you
Right.
get there and you say, "Well, I don't have the money."
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Fair enough. That's a long ride. So the whole band is on the bus with
Yeah,
fans.
I take the band. Yeah.
Okay.
The
And
band.
are there multiple bands that will go on the bus?
No,
Just
I
the
take-
Joy one.
Just
Okay.
take the Joy one.
All
that's
right.
On the bus, unless this young lady here, the New Zion is.
Right.
So we works together.
Okay.
Now, if she happened to, we happen to be on a song program out of state.
Makes sense.
We'll
And
do
we'll
that.
do that together.
We'll,
All right.
We'll travel together as a team.
Wow. Okay. I mean, I'm not familiar. I mean, every band, they've got their van or they've got their bus, but I've never seen it where it's the band and the fans on the bus
Yes,
together. That
yeah.
sounds like a good time,
Yeah,
actually.
that's what we do.
So-
See, that's why you see like this flyer. That's
Right.
why you pass those flyers.
75 round trip.
Yeah, she passed the flyers out over there in New Jersey yesterday.
Okay, yes,
So
right.
maybe that way I'll get some people from New Jersey to come to the
Sure.
program.
All right.
So all that helps.
Very nice.
Now maybe who knows? I might get 10 or 15 people from
Sure.
over there.
Sure.
Just by passing that flyer out.
And so when you guys are on a long bus trip like down to North Carolina or Georgia, how do you entertain? Do you guys come up and maybe sing a little bit, do some tunes together?
Yeah, what we do basically, we go out, once we get there, we'll go over our little thing together. Maybe we go in a little back room and
Sure.
we rehearse it together. Make
Okay.
sure that we have our notes together and write.
Right.
And then when they call you onto the program, when they call you to come out on the program, then that's when you go out.
Let me help him out. When we are on the bus, we may do a little rehearsal. It's according to, but the majority of the time, he feeds his fans. We have chicken, we have plenty of water and
Okay.
sodas
Right.
and everything. And he have a huge collection of DVDs
Okay.
of other gospel groups.
I see.
So we may ride down, and by the time we get from there, we probably done heard Doc McKenzie and the Highlights, or we maybe done heard Spencer Taylor and the Highway QCs, or Lee Williams. We could sit, cause with the charter buses, they have the little monitors there, so everybody can look up and be singing with the groups and everything. And not only that he does that because we're still a group that's in the making.
Right.
We watch the other, what they consider the professional groups.
Okay.
So we learn a lot
Sure.
by looking at the other quartets that's
Okay.
been out there that has traveled from here to overseas.
Overseas, sure.
So we picked up this and that.
Okay.
But we stop. He have his bus driver. We stops at the Golden Corral. We may stop,
all right.
go to Walmart and stuff like that. So we try to entertain the
Sure.
fans and everything. What he forgetting that sometimes he have two buses. Back in his days when he said the fan club was huge, they was huge.
Yeah.
And sometimes he had to take two buses.
Two buses? Wow.
And everything because the one bus didn't do for the band, and at that particular time it was just his band.
Okay.
But it just had so many fans.
Wow.
But so many has them passed on.
Sure.
And so it's kind of difficult to promote and get them to come out. And as well as I know, everything that went up sky high.
Oh, yeah.
So now
Yes.
the rent, everything, so
Yes.
they be going, oh, $25, oh, $30.
Right.
But he still have faithful fans that loves to travel. And when
That's
we
great.
go, we don't go and turn around. We might leave early as 12 something in the morning on Friday morning.
Oh, wow.
And get there, and we would stay Saturday night.
Oh,
we would
very
stay, sometime, Friday night, sometimes we would Saturday night, and
Okay.
then we'll get up and leave early Sunday morning.
All right.
And come back. So
And every once in a while, we leave on Monday sometimes too.
Oh, wow. All right.
Now you see why I brought her, right?
Yes.
I needed another voice. You know what I mean? Smart young lady.
Sure is,
Just
sure is.
Everything that I'm missing, she pulled it in. And see, that's what you need.
Of course, absolutely, yeah. You can't do it alone. That's
definitely
it. No,
can't,
you can't do it alone. So it sounds like it's almost like a mini vacation for people coming along.
Yeah.
It's not just
Sometimes people just want to get away.
Yeah.
So let's get away for the weekend. Oh, they're going away for the weekend. Okay, good. Let's
That's
get away.
nice.
That's
That's
the way it
nice.
goes.
and the flyers is so important to be
Very
out
important.
there because there's a lot of Southerners that came and moved here, and they like to go back home.
Oh,
and
I
meet
see.
Their family according to wherever we at. If they're in Georgia,
see.
they got
Okay, they
family,
got family in the Atlanta
that will
area,
drive from
right.
North Carolina to come
Oh,
to be with them.
I see.
And,
Okay.
and everything. So we have had a few that come from Connecticut.
Oh, wow.
Here to join us to go down south. We have
Oh,
had
wow.
Philadelphia to come here and join us.
Wow,
So
okay.
it's very important to put out the flyers and put it on Facebook. However, my daughter just on yesterday, it has some other social media. I can't call it right now. She took the pictures and she placed it on there.
Good for her.
Yeah,
well,
and
that's it.
everything they're trying to help because everything is slowing down, and even the devil try to throw. But I told Eddie, and that's why he said he wants to, try to take this group as far as he can. Always
Absolutely.
put God first,
Okay.
and it's going to happen.
Right.
He worked so hard till he really, 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 really ready to give up. But
Yeah.
I'm not going to let him give up.
No,
Because,
no.
Why? Because the faith that he have, and God put you through something to bring you through it.
Right.
And I feel in my heart this is the time that the Joy Wonders is about to skyrocket.
All right.
Now I got the group in Washington D.C. For Father's Day in June. Okay. And that's one of the other places that but I'm going to start making phone calls. I got another group that I saw last night. I was impressed, and they from Shreveport, Louisiana.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to get the group there. I'm going to start, taking the flyers from down south and calling the promoters and say, listen, this is A, B, and C with the Joy Wonders. And those groups, they love Eddie, because Eddie don't come just to show up like so many groups does. They, like you said, they be in vans and they may have something you go on the back, but they just show up with the singers and the group. That's not Eddie. Anybody can tell you Eddie gonna bring a bus load, and that helps them out with the money. It absolutely
does.
So this is my time to try to, call promoters all over, from Florida to Mississippi, everything, and try to get them out there.
Great. Great.
And I just a firm believer if you make one step, God will make two for you.
That's right. Yes, that's it. Yes, indeed. So, I mean, we're talking, we've talked Louisiana, we've talked Mississippi, we've talked Georgia, we've talked Florida, the Carolinas, Connecticut. So, I mean, this is groups coming from as far north as Boston, as far south as you got a brother in Gainesville, I'm sure even further south than that. So
years ago, I went to Mooresville, North Carolina. I had to take 2 buses and a van.
Right.
2 buses and a van. I took to Mooresville.
Right.
So things ain't like that now. But yet and still, we still have pretty good followers, even though we lost a lot.
Yeah.
But we got to and see what it is. What we really need to get the young people involved.
That's right.
But it's very hard. To
Yeah,
get
it is.
involved.
It is. They've got the video games and too many other distractions these days, and phones and more phones, and that's it. They're going to get a crink in their neck from all this. And I'm the first to blame. I'm the first one. So you guys have great food. I mean, you're talking about food. I was at one of your shows at the Greater Hood Church. It was before COVID. It was before the pandemic. But I mean, there was a whole room full of food. I was very impressed, and I left. I came in hungry and left stuff. So.
I used to do a lot of my programs at Greater Hood.
Okay, all right. And where are you doing them mostly now in the city? You doing them here at Glendale, or you have other churches you like to?
No, I have other churches. I go and do them too.
Wherever the reasonable price, even the churches, they
that's it.
Up,
yes.
And they went up in the price, and they want to put you out at a certain time.
I see.
Time back then, Eddie could have been in there till 11 o'clock.
Sure. I mean, you have
now,
8 different groups playing.
And he probably paid about $700, $800 just to rent the sanctuary and the kitchen.
Sure.
Now they want $1,200, and
right. Yes.
they want you out by 8 o'clock.
Yeah, that's what you used to pay. Like.
I always say inflation went up 8%, prices went up 25%. They're like, I got an opportunity to raise my price. And that's
You see this bus trip here?
Yes.
I used to pay $800 to go to Freeport because I used to go out there often, right?
Right on the island. Yep.
The price now is $1,200.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's exactly what I'm doing. That's not 20. That's 50%. And I mean, gas didn't go up that much. It did not.
It don't. But
wages didn't go up that much. That bus driver's not getting paid 50% more. I tell you that.
Down south, 4,000, 6,000, 8,000 to take the bus now.
Oh wow.
And I check another bus company because this is my regular guy I use. When he said $1,200, I said, wow. I said, you charge me $800. Then he said, the gas is the diesel fuel costs so much. So I called another company. They told me $14.
Right.
So I went for $12.
Well, hey, you got to shop around. But I mean, diesel went up, but didn't go up that much.
No, it didn't.
When we travel, like I'm gonna say maybe to Philadelphia, he wouldn't do it this time. But we know someone that has spinners.
Mm-hmm.
So and they're much cheaper. So I'm telling him, we can even rent 2 of those.
Yeah.
I drive one, he drive one. My son, he'll come and go. Sometimes Eddie be tired from singing.
Yep.
He can drive Eddie spinner coming back. I drive my own because I don't never get tired like that unless it's long distance.
Right.
So I'm gonna start trying to see can I talk him into say, all right, we just going short distance like Washington or whatever. Let's see can we get some spinners.
Yeah, I should check the sprinter. I didn't check him and see how much would it be go to Freeport. I gotta check the sprinters on that. Yeah, because they want 1,200, went up 400.
And a Sprinter, we're talking the big
It-
vans.
Yeah, it take like
Like 14.
14. Okay.
15,
Yeah, I've been in a few of those.
It's very, these buses, forget about them.
Yeah.
They are ridiculous.
So
Yeah.
tell us about a couple of your favorite venues, a couple of favorite places to play. What are your favorite gospel crowds that you've seen?
Well, basically, quite a few places. We go out in Freeport, Long Island, at this place right here.
All right.
Even at 142nd Street, Mount Calvary.
Okay, Mount
There,
Calvary.
We had some nice programs
All
there.
right.
I'm trying to think. Rita, help me out. You know some.
Yeah, favorite place started when I started was Greater Hood, like we mentioned.
Yes.
That was a favorite place. He was swinging in between Greater Hood and Glendale.
Okay. All right.
And
Excuse me. Let me tell you something about Great Hood. They used to charge $800.
Right.
Know what they want now? 15.
Wow, that's double.
so Glendale is still the place to come
Right.
with the other groups, such as the News on Air, when they have something.
Right.
It's here because they Reverend Harley charge you what?
$650 for everything. Upstairs and
Oh, that's nice. And that was the pastor I met, Reverend
Right.
Harley. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
He give you a good price, but the only thing is the seating you only can get like maybe $250.
Sure. Right. Right.
And basically we don't have a dressing room.
Right. That's true.
When you got someone coming from out of town, you need dressing room and whatnot. But Reverend
Right.
Hurley, he's a very good pastor. He's very good. He's
That's great.
understand, man. He
Yes.
gives you all the breaks in the world.
Yeah,
you know?
it was great to
See,
meet
once
him,
he-
and thank
see-
you to Reverend Harley for hosting us. And
Yes, and see, once he came down here, he see that we didn't. I didn't. See, I thought we were just gonna sit down and talk.
oh, okay.
See, when he came down, you see you were already set up. See, he'll understand right away.
Right. Right.
This way we rehearse at.
Yes.
Just our rehearsal church right here at Reverend Hurley.
All right. Okay.
But he's all right.
Well, thank you, Reverend
He's-
Harley.
He's a
and
man of God.
all right. And I wanted to ask you about, and I sent you the photo. When I was at Greater Hood, there was the guy with the huge harmonica. The thing was like the size of a car bumper. Is he still playing? Do you remember him?
He died.
Oh, I'm sorry to
Yeah,
hear
he
that.
died. Was
Harmonica
that?
man?
Yeah, harmonica man.
Harmonica man.
Yeah, he died. He died. Matter of fact, we was on a program having in Philadelphia. We went to his program and he was sick that same
Oh,
day.
right.
we
He was
got-
from Philadelphia. That's right. I
yeah,
remember that.
Yeah, he was sick, and about 4 or 5 days after he just passed on.
Oh man.
Is,
Yeah.
is the group continue on though?
No, it's
If
ain't
the
going.
group would have continued, he taught his grandson
Yeah.
to play just like he did.
He taught his grandson to play the harmonica.
Just like he did.
And when and for people listening, when I'm talking, this thing was 4 feet long. I mean, it was the biggest. It was Guinness Book of World's record size harmonica. Right. I mean,
Wow,
it's biggest thing. I mean, it's almost the size of a car bumper. I mean, it was huge.
I wish that the group would still go on because the grandson knew everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a blessing to see him stand there and play harmonica with his grandson. And his grandson
wow.
was about 9 years old.
Oh, wow,
That
okay.
He was so phenomenal.
Wow.
It was crazy.
Wow.
You know, so I wish the group would have continued on, and I probably would have said the harmonica man too.
All right. Well, you never know. You never know. Maybe he'll get back into it.
And some
but,
more of the Eddie favorite places that he
Mm-hmm.
liked to visit was Augusta, Georgia.
oh,
He
home of James
would-
Brown.
Take a bus load every year to the 20s quartet
Okay.
anniversary.
Yes.
And then from there he went to Gaffney, South Carolina, to the Gospel Legends.
Okay.
They will always have their anniversary around December the 2nd, 3rd,
Okay.
maybe.
Sure.
And we will always travel there.
Okay.
So
I used to go to the singing star.
they're singing legendary singing stars. He always went there and everything. One of the young men, I don't know if you into NFL, Daquan Bowers.
Okay.
He used to play for the Buccaneers of Florida.
Okay.
He retired now, but he sings and played the guitar with the legendary
Oh,
singing
wow.
stars.
Right.
and
Legendary
everything.
singer stars. Okay.
You know, so that was 3 of his favorite places that
Oh, wow.
he would
Okay.
travel. But I'm trying to get him out the box. So, like I said, I'm going to start, trying to promote the group
Okay.
to other places. So I'm going to try to get him in Florida,
Very nice.
and I'm going to try to get him. I want to go get him in Chicago
Oh, wow. Okay.
and everything. So, I just got to take my time and figure out how I'm going to go about it. But I was always taught from a little girl, nothing fail but a trier. So I'm gonna be the voice behind the phone.
You know what? Yeah.
Trying.
Yeah, it's all, and they say, people who at the end of their life, what their regrets were, and it's never about what you did, it's about what you didn't do. And so, there was a book that came out talking about that. So that's something I've tried to do for my own life, is to say, I want to make sure I don't have any regrets. And I should have given this a shot. I should have at least tried it. And so that's it. And that's why I'm so glad I did the podcast. And you don't. It's easy to second guess yourself. It really is, and it's hard to have that confidence to go forward. But you'll feel much better off whether you succeeded, hopefully, or even if you didn't.
Well, one thing with me, I don't give up. I just
That's
keep
good
trying.
for you. Well, that's it. Yeah. Well, coming on 76,
I
that's
feel as though things are gonna work out.
Good.
I mean, I'm getting a little older, but I'm
looking
still
good to me.
right here.
So tell me about Summer Sizzle, World Series of Gospel. Y'all still doing that?
Well, I don't know if they're gonna do it. What is they doing something this year?
Mm-hmm.
I was on there last year.
Okay.
I was on the Summer Sizzle.
They announced it.
And that's in Newark,
Oh yeah,
That's in-
it's in Newark, right?
Jersey City.
Jersey City. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
close.
Summer Sizzle. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, one of the groups on this program here.
Lil J.
Lil J.
Little
those,
J, okay.
Those are the people
That
who does the Summer Sizzle.
And it
Little
will
J.
be July the 20th.
July the 20th, Summer
July
Sizzle,
20th.
Jersey City.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you both for your time today. And just for folks, again, listening at home, just to remind everybody, March 9th, Mount Calvary Baptist Church on West 142nd Street. We got a huge lineup featuring, of course, even though they're not on the flyer, the Joy Wonders. The New Zion Heirs are also here in the building, the Heavenly Sons.
See, if she had been there when I did that flight, she'd have let me know right away. Hey, you can't proof that. You
Right.
can't proof that.
But
Our pictures
as
are on
I was saying to Eddie earlier, that's how you know he's such a selfless person. He's not thinking of himself first. He's making sure he's promoting all the other bands. So, and that says a lot right
it's
there.
the same thing like with me with singing.
Yeah.
See, a lot of groups, their owner or the manager, the lead singer of the group, a lot of them, they just only want themselves to sing.
Well, that's
lead.
it. It's all about
See,
them,
like
yeah.
me, she'll tell you, whoever want to lead, I let them lead.
All
I
right.
just get back in the back and relax.
All right.
I don't have no ego
Yep.
about leading.
Yeah,
you know?
well, that's it.
Whoever make the Joy Wonders sound better, that's who
I mean, that's what it's all about. And, it's at the end of the day, it's all
It's the
about the
joy when-
audience. And, that's the joy right there. It's the
They
giving-
call it Eddie and the Joy Wonders, but it's the Joy Wonders because we all do it together.
Right. And you've been for 24 years and 24 years and more.
years.
So
I've been through a whole lot of things in those 24 years, but
Yeah.
hey, I'm still here.
yeah, I mean, yep.
Still here.
And that's it. And it's all about not dwelling on the past and looking towards the future.
That's
and
right.
One day at a time. And
That's right.
And
One day at
those
a time.
small
That's my
small
favorite song.
changes to
That's
to
my
make things better
one day at
and
a time, yeah.
bring the joy and the wonder to
Hallelujah.
all those
I
listeners.
love that name, Joy Wonders. I
That's
love
it.
it.
It's a great name.
Yeah.
Well, Rita, Eddie, it's been a pleasure and it's been an honor. And thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for
All
having
right.
us. It was
Thank
been
you
a
for having
pleasure.
us.
All right.
Yes.
All right. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
All right. How do we go?